Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Las Vegas Raiders. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. They're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And his first look is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Maurice Hurst on the tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but now it'll be 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And the Raiders have got him. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The return is Jones. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 40-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
3rd and 2.
Rodgers now to throw. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Play to the running back.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Wentz with a throw that's caught by Rager. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the right hash, this from 33. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
We're scoreless after one.
Quarter with no score.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Jacobs now. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
On play action. Now Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On play action, it's Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end Ertz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
intercepted.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's got Burton here. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a carry for Jacobs. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Rodgers now on first down. Got an open man, it's Ruggs. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
First and 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Well, a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Taken down by Rodney McLeod. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On play action, Rodgers. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Elliott Good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Jacobs. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Quincy Williams on the tackle. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
That's good.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now it's Rodgers. Scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
48-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They run it with Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. A first down and more for Jacobs. He is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 12-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses. defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Room here to run. And take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
6-yard line.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
3rd and 4.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Vegas.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Jacobs, the ball.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Rodgers to throw. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And they're going to is across midfield and inside the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Pressure there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Wentz to throw. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory.
1st and goal.
It's a big play there for the Eagles. 51 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Wentz to throw. a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
This was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the fourth.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side-eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
The ball carrier.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection.
Crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
Today's final score.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Philadelphia, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.